Driving down this road for an hour, trying to get away.
Comment on est?
Eh bien, nous en forme, nous contents et je dis à ces fêtes des mères comme point que vous cap déjà été fait prélude dans tout ça et nous
C'est ça.
contents et nous fiers de ce que titre honorifique ça que en pile femme a toujours et cherché et bien nous-mêmes et senti nous honorer je dis à lorsque nous recevoir souhait de petit nous non seulement et ti moun biologique que nous-mêmes nous porter pendant 9 mois l'aventure mais en pile là autour de la communauté qui relè nous voye texte pour nous en pile là de beaucoup même ka gen chance répondre parce que depuis matin nous nan monter descendre à distribuer cadeau bay maman yo et nous te gen chance tout pour aller visiter quelques petits monde tout au cours de semaine là nous connaît à cause période Covid là qui vient homeless et Johnny sou permettre moi m'a profiter de temps ça pour capable remercier tout le monde qui te pote collé qui collaborer qui bay donation yo m'pa vle prendre temps ça pour l'utiliser pour faire partie ça dans show hein, parce que non yo est extrêmement liste là extrêmement longue mais dès juste les prendre quelques secondes pour me capable acknowledge pour me capable dire merci à toute maman et toute femme qui a pote collé dans affaires leadership dans communauté a si là qui a élevé ti monde qui voit ti monde l'école si là qui yo même qui pas de chance pour te river gros zouzoun mais quand même maman haïtienne nous yo qui gen chance pour nous capable célébrer yo deux fois so jodi am pas prendre trop temps Johnny et n'a
Très
quitté
bien.
dernier dimanche du mois de mai pour nous capable célébrer maman haïtienne nous yo grandiosement alors je vais pour
Exactement. Merci, mon Alexandre. Content avec vous, content pour là, encore une fois. Ça fait toujours plaisir pour nous et vous. Et donc, comme moi, tu fait introduction, et on a commencé avec Maria qui a dit nous qui est skié et qui et n'a pas lancé vivement dans le sujet. Bon, en fait, peut-être que c'est que tu as mieux pour notre auditeur invité et puis après, on a passé dans le sujet. Donc, Maria?
Bonjour. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mahadia Mary, and I've been working with the mayor's office. I have over 20 years experience working with the mayor's office with small businesses throughout New York City. I work in several different communities. Ma parle anglais et ma parle créole parce que créole moi un petit genre lourd, mais les
Nous faisons tous les deux.
pas comprendre.
We do both.
OK, moi j'ai 20 ans. 1er mars fait 20 ans que je travaille avec magistrat de New York City. Le tout 5 boroughs yo, avec tout business. Moi-même responsable pour business. Commencé à Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center, rive juste Junction. Et ça m'a fait, et c'est moi aider small businesses. Moi aider yo depuis on là c'est juste une idée pour jusqu'à yo actuellement ouvrir porte yo.
Super. John, thank you for being with us. Can you just a quick introduction who you are? On connaît communauté à Kono, mais quand même.
Johnny m'croit que d'après texte que nous recevons de John, il était gain du mal pour capable tendre ou et John soit écouter nous et Johnny demandé est-ce que tu es capable introduire et tête à la communauté pour passer de présentation mais quand même et juste pour édifier si là qui pour la première fois à pas prendre de temps pour faire une question Alexis.
John, you're on mute. You're on mute. Go ahead.
Pendant que n'a pas résoudre ce problème technique, nous voulons rappeler auditeurs yo que émission après-midi c'est une émission qui est tout à fait spéciale côté que et non seulement nous pral gen premier segment ça qui sous finance mais deuxième segment c'est segment côté que semaine qui s'est passée là nous avons célébré et professeurs et nous avons célébré infirmières. Alors deuxième partie show nous pral gen un dialogue avec et nurse Mireille Leroy qui c'est ancien président de HANA et n'a pas parler tout avec Madame Sabine Albert qui c'est ancien président Haitian Educators League for Progress. John, nous prêt?
Yeah, so it's on John's side because
I know
we
it's
hear
on this side,
Mahadia.
yeah.
Yeah, we hear Mahadia, we hear you. So John, it's on your side, your mic. That's what's causing the problem. While we figure this out, yeah, we can't hear you yet. We can't hear you yet.
So I suggest we proceed for the
Yeah.
in the meantime with Mahadia.
Yeah, let's go with Mahadia. So Mahadia, to tell us, I know that there's sort of process that you usually go through when you're thinking about helping someone who wants to start a business, and just walk us through sort of that process that you go through as from someone who's thinking about starting a business in New York. What are the first things that I need to really start thinking about?
Well, the first thing that you really need to start thinking about is your idea realistic, right? Is it realistic for the time? Is it realistic for the climate that we're in? Is it something that will work? So you have to really think, because a lot of times what I see are people come in with their dreams, and it's and what they really want to do, it's not realistic in the times that we're living in. Like it's not going to go to fruition. They will succeed. So it's like they're going to take their life savings. They're going to take everything they have, go beg, borrow, because a lot of time they don't have the collateral and they don't have the investment collateral. So they borrow to get that, only and to end up losing it because they did not strategize properly.
Okay. So it's really thinking about the business in terms of it may be an idea, but is that idea viable, right? I mean, is it something
Exactly.
that can actually make money? Okay.
Exactly.
And what are some of the things that I might need to do if I am thinking that, okay, I think this is a great idea. I see that there's a need for it in the community or in the market where I'm working. But I want to validate that idea. How do I do that?
Your peers, you can form like some little brainstorming cohorts. Go to your peers. There's sometimes, like, again, come and visit me at my office when we're back after this pandemic is over. We do offer those types of services where we sit down and we do give you a consultation.
Okay. And essentially, you would help me think through my idea, maybe help me think about how do I do the market research, and those kinds of things.
Absolutely. We even help you with actually putting together a business plan, and like putting together a forecast for like a short-term forecast as well as a long-term forecast, and within that business plan.
Okay. So all of sort of the financial component, and when I'm thinking about the business, is something that your office can help us with. I know that one of the things that you think about is, first is, when we think about, we say small business, I know different places have different understanding or meaning for what is a small business, right? For the city of New York, what do they consider a small business?
Well, a small business in New York, well, now we're finding during this pandemic that small businesses, they're actually they're putting together a new definition for small businesses, right? So now they're saying that there's going to be something called a micro business.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is during this last pandemic, the government classified small businesses as businesses having less than 500 employees, so up to 499 employees. And I know, as well as a business that is able to employ up to 499 people is not that small, right?
Right.
Which that posed a lot of problems for a lot of the businesses in our communities, whereas what we consider small and micro businesses were not prepared, right? So a small business, categorically within our communities, would be a business that employs anywhere from one person being a one-man show, a mom and pop, to actually employing up to 50 people. That is what a classification of a small business or a micro business would be.
Okay, okay. And John, don't hesitate to, just so that we can test your mic. You don't hesitate to kind of jump in if you want, just to as we do this to see if your mic is working. So to continue, Mahalia, I know that you can have a small business. You just mentioned that, it used to be less than 500, considered 500. Most of us would not think of a business that has 500 employees as a small business,
Exactly.
but but it is considered legally as a small business.
Yes.
Now, if I am looking at starting a business, first, I guess I need to think about, is this something that I'm going to do at home? Like I'm an accountant, I could start working from home, or is this something that I can provide my services online? Let's just say I do website development for people, right?
Right.
So, are there different consideration when I think about these two things, or? Mhm.
So now, like in this world that we're living in now, right? So this is the thing, and this is something that I find a lot within our community, and I could say our community because I am Haitian and I work with Haitian people. When we tend to look at business, we if it's not a storefront, if there's not a lock and key, then it's not a business, which is a
Mhm.
false perception, right? Because you can sit, like, we're all working from home now, right? We're all
Yeah.
conducting business. We're conducting business now. So that's those types of like, c'est ça des pensées, mentalité haïtienne,
Ouais.
our people, que faut yo retirer la mentalité yo, que c'est pas peut-être ou pas gen un côté ou pousser un clé pour ouvrir porte là, qui veut dire qu'on pas un business,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Depuis que you can provide a service, depuis que ou fait l'argent, it's a business.
Yeah.
Now, the way that you categorize your business is where I find a lot of our people get caught up. They get
Okay.
caught up in the matrix with that, right? Because you come and you start doing business, there's a way that you know what type of business. There are different classifications of businesses, right? There's
Mhm.
sole proprietorship where you own your own business. And you don't necessarily have to have a storefront. You can conduct a home-based business. You can have a home-based business and be considered a viable money-making business. It's all the structure, and the structure
Okay.
is the paperwork and how you identify yourself to the government.
Okay. And so I would imagine, I think last week or maybe a couple of weeks ago in one of the shows, one of the things that Fiona Baker had said to us is making sure that this is the very first thing that you're going to do. And you mentioned it, you could be a sole proprietorship, or you could have a partnership, or you could have an LLC. I've created a number of those for myself. I've been a small business owner myself multiple times. And the first thing that he had mentioned was to make sure that you have what is called an EIN number, right? It's
Exactly.
to make sure that it's almost like un social or sécurité sociale,
Oui,
right?
ça c'est numéro A qui veut dire que ou c'est ou bon business ou pas au business qui genre ou pas un business
Pour juste
like
à
this like that.
fonctionner,
Ou pas
right?
just lever ou dire que ou fait business.
Hmm. Have you, and just to sort of piggyback on this, have you talked to people within our community that have businesses? I mean, they're business owners, they have a restaurant, they have a barber shop, but did you come across people that have businesses but they don't have any IN number, they're not registered, they're not, have you come across that as an example?
So yeah, so I'm gonna break it down a little further for you, right, Johnny?
Hmm.
So with restaurants in different categories of businesses, you have to have an EIN number to even be
Okay.
considered to deal, right? But then you
Hmm.
have those businesses that are the service businesses, right? That we
Right.
saw during this pandemic, a lot of people got hit really hard because they closed the barbershops, They closed the beauty salons, the nail salons, and everything else like that. Now, if you've been conducting business, like you file your own taxes, you should be filing a 1099, because you're a tax-paying citizen. What happened now is that when they were offering these services, they were offering these loans for business people because you are a business person. You're an independent contractor, right? You're conducting business for yourself. You're providing a service. What happened is a lot of people weren't registered. So you've been doing business for the past 15 years and you've just been taking money under the table and you haven't been paying any taxes. And now that they're asking you for your profit and loss sheet for the last year to see what it is, to see what you've made, to see what we can take a risk on you with, they weren't able to provide it. Right? It was either that or people started scrambling at the last minute because they don't file their taxes in a proper manner. Like they file every 3 years, every sporadically, every so often. Whereas for a business, you should be there. You can pay your taxes. I suggest for people when I consult with them that, they should pay you decide what makes sense for you, but it can be quarterly, which is every 3 months. It can be mid-year, which is half a year, right? Every 6 months, or you pay annually. That way, you know that you're filing the taxes for your business, and you're showing your loss, and you're showing that you made a profit.
Right, and that's important, and I think that's one of the unfortunate things that happened to many to what we will call now the micro businesses, particularly in communities, our community. But I think in your experience, this is not something that is typical only to Haitian communities. It's across the board, right?
Yes, let's be very clear. So this is not something I tend to speak for Haitians because I am Haitian, right? But se yon bagay ki pase la tout komunite, le ou gade, se pa just nou menm Haitien ki fe li, paske tout moun soti nan peyi yo, avek ou fason, avek ou mentalite, ki jan yo menm yo fe business, right? And that's the type of conditioning that like I try to break with them when they come here, that no, you're no longer doing business in Jamaica or Haiti or everywhere. You're doing business in Brooklyn, USA. And these are the things that need to be done, So it's not only a Haitian problem. It's not only a Caribbean, it's a lot of, unfortunately, small micro businesses, and sometimes they think it's like, and this is why sometimes you find that certain businesses, they're not expanding, like they're in business for 20 years and they just have that one shop, like they're maintaining that one shop. And the reason for that is because they're not reporting their income. They're not reporting what they're making, which sometimes it's not a bad thing, right? Because if you want to expand your business, like let's say I have one hair shop and I would like to expand for another hair shop, like my agency, we provide services to help you in finding space and everything else to expand, right? But we're going to ask you to see your profit and loss sheet. We're going to ask you to see what it is. Even at the bank, when you go in and you want to get a loan for the bank, right? So you're going to go in, kounya ou pa rentre nan bank lan, ou pa di bank lan, oui, moi c'est un business, moi un business pour depuis 20 ans. And then when you go in, pour depuis 20 ans, ou pa jam fait $1. You're always in the red, ou toujours, you always claiming that you didn't make any money. So, si ou pa jam fait l'argent, ki jan vle pou mwen mèm mwen prete ou l'argent pa mwen? Ça va faire l'argent pa mwen.
Exactement. And I'm going to ask you to help me think through the differences between a limited liability, an LLC, and a sole proprietorship and a partnership, what the differences are. But before we get to that question, I want to once again try to see if I can get John. I don't know if his mic is working or if he hears me. John, occasion mot pour moi, s'entendez?
I don't think he hears you.
Yeah, your mic, unfortunately, John. Why don't you? Do you have headphones? Do you have headphones maybe that you could try to plug in? Mm, okay.
He was
Oh boy.
actually texting me on my phone, but I can't communicate back with him. I try to text him back to tell him to check me on Messenger.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate because we really wanted to hear from John, but I think it's a mic problem because I can hear you, Monalisa, and I can hear Mahadia. So it's not on this end, right? John, it's on your laptop. That's the problem. But if you have
Mm,
a if you have you should try if you try earphones that you connect to plug in. So Mahadia, just tell us a little bit about so I'm thinking about starting a business, and I know there you mentioned earlier that I can have a business as a sole proprietorship
mhm,
or as a partnership or as a limited liability corporation.
mhm.
Why would I make one choice versus the other? First of all, what are each one of those things? What is a sole proprietorship versus a partnership or a limited liability corporation?
Right. So the sole proprietorship, it's exactly what it says. You're the sole proprietor. You own the business alone by yourself, right?
Okay.
The partnership is two or more, right? And when you come together, you guys are either you're putting in together money, either property, labor, skills. So sometimes people think like, oh, you didn't put in a certain amount of money, but if you're starting an idea with somebody and they're
Hmm.
providing you with the brainstorming and everything else, and they're considered a partner, right? So
Yeah.
it all depends on the type of business again and how much, because usually people go into partnership is for the financial reasons, right? The limited liability, that's something that it differs in each state, right? So each state has different regulations. So let's say you're starting a business here in New York, and then you're going to open another branch in Georgia. So you would consider opening it under a limited liability. A
Okay.
corporation is where you have stakeholders, right? So you have different people. So let's say the five of us come together and then we put together the money, property, capital, we buy stocks and everything else together.
Okay. And so if I think about it from the other side in terms of risk, is there one option versus another one that has more risk or less risk for me? So, for example, if I'm a sole proprietorship, obviously, I guess I'm supposed to take all the profit, but then I take all the risk, right?
Right.
Okay. And does limited liability then give me something else? The LLC
No, so the limited liability, that would be that everybody, all the members would be, they would
would
all
share. Okay.
be responsible. The
Okay.
limited liability, what it gives you is it gives you the option of doing business in another state, overseas, and having like foreign investors. But all you guys take the risk. What you're referring to is an S corp. So the S corp is whereas you come together as a corporation, but then you're filing the taxes as an individual. So the corporation is filing, and then you're filing as an individual. So if the corporation were to go bankrupt, you wouldn't go bankrupt as an individual.
Okay. The company would take the risk, but not me personally.
Exactly.
Okay.
So like
But
let's say you're under an S corp and like the money you guys invested in that you lost the money and you had to pay people back. So the corporation would be responsible. They could not come after you personally.
okay, I see. I see that John has his headphone, and so hopefully it's a little bit better. John, even if you cannot hear me, if you can just hear the ladies, maybe you just don't want to hear a man's voice. Donc, ma petite.
John, can you hear us? You hear us now? No,
Can you hear me, John? Not even me.
no, it's still.
So good. So good.
C'est dommage oui, parce que John, c'est lui qui gagne information assurance là.
Bon, pratiquement, si tu permets, moi, font coup d'entrée et Johnny. Et en attendant, nous résoudre des problèmes, John, tu voulais qu'on t'y parler avec Mahadia tout. Mahadia, nous sommes dans des interviews que nous avons gagné, nous avons parlé de, pour te dire bien, Nap Kon George. Qui ça veut dire par Nap Kon George? Et nous sommes capables de dire une raison qu'il faut venir dans l'émission après-midi, et c'est parce que nous avons parlé d'un paquet de problèmes de lack of financial literacy qui existait dans la communauté par nous.
Mhm.
Et au moins, étant que qui dans la finance, nous connaissons que ou avez pas mal d'expériences à partager. Et j'en tout fait là, ou tout parler de différents problèmes que business nous a confrontés actuellement. Soit disant que moun sa ce sont des businessmen, businesswomen, but yo kon paquet faux pas que yo fait qui permettent que y a souffrir dans journée jodi a. So, how can we manage as experts? I mean, you're the expert in that area to ensure that we know how to spend our money wisely. And I think this is where you and both you and John come in. But how do you break it down to ensure that everyone gets their share of advice from this one show?
Well, Mona, well, le nou ta pale, right? Ta pale avan mwen diyo ke communauté nous vraiment pour moun qui travaille, we work hard, nous travaillons dur, mais nous pas vraiment prendre l'argent. Ça, and please, the disclaimer, moi pas dit que tout haïtien pas prendre l'argent or anything like that, pas vin pour moi, pas vin, you know, ça moi voulais dire, ok? Non, on nous parle clair.
Mm-hmm.
Des fois, ouais, tant que j'en te dit là, ou commence, you a barber, you starting a business, or so, yeah, or, you know, si ou pas paye ou assurance, ou pas paye, there's certain things le pays ça, because nous, ouais, franchement, que gouvernement, the government don't care for you. The government is not here for you, okay? You beneficiate. If you benefit by default, then you benefit, but it's not for you. So you have to prepare for your tomorrow. So c'est ça moi t'ai dit au monde que y a point judge because now we come to a pandemic where business ou camper, soi-disant on t'a fait business ou c'est un gros businessman, il y a business ou camper pour un mois and you ready to go out of business. Ça veut dire que ou pas préparé. Côté l'argent emergency ça yo. Parce que a business should have 3 months of expenses, meaning that if you have employees, you should have 3 months worth of money to pay your employees. You should have 3 months of money to pay rent. You should have 3 months money of operating expenses. Ça y aurait les operating expenses qui veut dire lumière gaz là, lumière l'argent lumière, l'argent si vous fait flyers, n'importe ça lié que ou dépenser l'an mois pour faire business ou doit gagner at least PPT pour ta gagner c'est 3 mois. Serré. Mais là ou regarder gain pile monde like yo pas même gain une semaine serré. Right? Qu'on y a wap travail ou pas connaît ou pas qu'on différence en tant que l'argent business là et l'argent power. Moun nan rentre vin faire delivery ou à l'encaisse là ou prend l'argent caisse là ou à payer avec. Ça c'est pas l'argent. Est-ce que vous comprenez ça me dire non? So quand y a tout l'argent yo vin faire seul ou pas gain contrôle ça qui l'argent business là, ça qui l'argent pas ou pas payer tête ou penser parce que ou c'est un businessman que ou fait $1000 jodi à $1000 à l'empoche ou. But ça c'est pas $1000 ou lié, c'est $1000 business là. So you're embezzling. Pas voler comme business là. Là on fait ça. Parce que business a pas gain l'argent pour lui fonctionner. Et c'est ça nous venons là avec un pile business New York. And ça, gen 2-3 qui te paraît qui, you know, and even still, lan jan bagay yo ye a, you know, it was a different situation that they were prepared, mais moi ouais plus qui pas préparé. Et c'est le bagay la frappe a, c'est kounyen a wap chercher pour préparer ou. Jean maman kon di a kabrit la fin passe puis kounyen wap rele fermer barrière. Ou kompren? Like, it's already, tout bagay fin passe, deja se kounyen wap essaye vin ranger kor. Li pa bon. Fote deja gen bagay sa yo. Ou pa ka wap fe $1,000 pou wap depanse $3,000 pou fe wè. Ti pep nou an, I love my Haitians, I love my Haitian people, but nou gen un ti problem mona, nou reme fe wè wè. Nou reme fe wè wè mona.
En pile.
N'a fait $1,000, n'a fait penser que nous n'a payé n'a $5,000, oui. Le fini après le mourir John là, le fini pour mon a fait GoFundMe ou pas même une assurance policy pour te faire enterrement, oui. John parle de ça, puis mais ça c'est ça va marcher ou l'en fait ou l'en nous look ou tout côté, va faire bouteille, pote bouteille, 10 bouteilles. On fait bouteille, le fini ou tombe bip quand on a fait un bip, le fini c'est GoFundMe qui n'a marché collecter GoFundMe. Ça c'est aussi problème nous-mêmes. And c'est un problème mentalement, right? Because it's a mentality thing. Because and it's the understanding of what wealth is, right? Parce que si vous payez, si vous mettez aussi l'argent, vous payez tête ou serré, vous payez tout bill, ça va veut dire que ou you okay. Parce que vous avez pour demain. Leur pas penser pour demain, ça grâce, c'est le ça, ou con George. C'est ça.
I think John
Johnny,
came in at the right time.
avec
Johnny,
John.
pas qu'on est sous qu'attendre moi qu'on y a Johnny avec moi.
Yeah.
Nous t'entendons.
Absolument.
Okay, so c'est technology qui t'a un problème. I was using my iPad earlier.
Oh,
Johnny told me to switch over to my phone.
nice.
So welcome. It's a pleasure to be sitting amongst two queens. Surtout dans le cadre de fête des mères et américains. Mais maman haïtienne qui vit dans les États-Unis, yo aimé ça parce que yo fêté 2 fois Johnny.
Oui.
Ah oui.
Nous avons 2 cadeaux pour nous bailler.
Exactement. Yes.
Et nous méritons
Mais
ça, John. Pas les vérités, John.
Non, nous méritons ça et surtout parce que nous avons tant d'émissions depuis le commencement et mon Alissa et je crois que surtout dans la période COVID-19 là, il y a un pile de monde là matin là qui levé sans maman, un pile monde levé sans grand-mère yo, un pile mari levé sans madame yo, un pile frère levé sans sœur yo. Et nous tout que une série de sœurs qu'on a assez yo même qui prend responsabilité pour élever ti nièce yo, ti neveu yo. So nous croyons que c'est pour montrer l'importance femme en don caille. Et so je dis malgré que c'est un moment que pour nous tap célébrer, mais surtout dans la communauté.
John, nous apprécions le fait que vous prenez ça en considération.
John tombé. John, il fait du connexion. Le téléphone est déconnecté.
Oh. Bon, et Johnny, je ne sais pas si vous avez regardé les commentaires, et nous avons Nicole Francis qui a parlé du fait que grand pile nan moun yo et que ça devait adresser la maladie à tout. En pile monde qui est chita qui consenti comme si m'dado c'est affaire de name brand qui matter pour yo. Pendant ce temps ouais, yo y a touché en good, y a dépensé en dollars. Ouais, mon et li satisfait pour la mettre Versace, la mettre Gucci, vous comprenez? Là elle vient dans fête là c'est dans VIP al chita, premier monde pour dans VIP à c'est lui-même, pas gen monde qui est habillé par celle.
Défini demain mon
et puis vers plus tard et puis bon. Gon la mon dans famille là et puis c'est Colette cap fait. How wise is that?
Or even basic, like ou fin dépenser tout l'argent ça yo le fini demain ou même $2.75 ou pas gain pour prendre rien. Ou demander prêter $5. Moi, de prêter $20. Like, and to be clear, Mona, can I say something?
Sure.
To be clear, like, m'pa gen yon problem ke yon moun mette designer and name brand because mwen remen sa, right? Let's be clear. But faut faire budget pour ça. Pas vrai? C'est pas,
Absolument.
faut faire budget. Si j'en dis, si on touche $1, me connais un bagay coûte, m'a touché $5, moi vle acheter un bagay qui coûte $1, faut make sure que tout m'ka paye bill moi puis qui j'en pral acheter bagay là que moi vle ya. C'est pas
All right,
prendre
I
tout
think I'm
comme là
back now.
pour m'acheter. You're back. Okay.
Johnny avec Mona Lisa, I think this is one of the most important shows that you guys are going to be doing during this COVID-19 era. Because mwen kwa ke sa ke pou moun yo apren nan kesyon de COVID-19 lan, COVID-19 lan chanje vi nou. Di chanje vi nou nan diferent fason, men principalement ekonomikman parlant. Pa gon moun ki chita la kayo la lan mouman ki di ke ekonomikman parlant ke COVID-19 lan li men di pa gon impact sou yo. Et mwen kwa ke di important, surtout pou moun kap fe business dans la communauté, pour nous même pour nous connaître premier bagage gens que Malaya dit, il faut que nous légaliser business là. Pas gen jouet dans bagay yo qu'on a là. C'est légaliser business là. Si nous pas connait qui gens que pour nous faire cherchons monde qui ka parler anglais, qui ka li form yo pour nous ou bien qui ka aider nous faire légaliser tête nous légaliser business là. Et gens que Maria so dit à cause de manque de discipline ça ou bien manque de connaissance ça qu'on a là mais gen l'argent k'ap bay là parce que COVID-19 là il gon aspect négatif là mais gon côté positif tout oui mais à soi on a parlé de côté positif là parce qu'on a parlé de l'argent là on a parlé de protéger tête nous côté positif là gouvernement ici là qui sont gouvernement dit pas que sous républicain sous démocrate mais li care que ou bon business il faut que business c'est lui même qui permet ou mettre manger sous table pour famille ou c'est business ça qui permet ou même tout bah on l'autre confrère ou bon l'autre consoeur opportunité pour yo occuper famille yo tout parce que les ko ba on mon job surtout monsieur restaurant nous yo monsieur barbershop yo essayer de l'autre business encore c'est aider quoi aider moun lui même pour ka aider tête des familles mais qui ça que le gouvernement dit m'pa gen problème pour m'aider dans moment non mais il faut qu'on légal. So tout monsieur dame qui te gen business yo, mesdames qui fait cheveux yo, même si son on chaise qu'on a loué en dans studio, son business ou yé parce que son service que ou bay. Monsieur barbershop yo, même si que son chaise ou a loué en dans barbershop, c'est un business que ou yé. Vous comprenez? So il faut que ou cherchons gens nous ka comprendre pile nan nous gen pas compte ça. D'accord. Et m'pa quoi que c'est critiquer c'est Mona Lisa avec et Johnny fait émission ça pour critiquer personne. M'ko yo fait émission pour yo ka informer yo. Sou pas connaît, jodi on connaît. So ça que nous ta aimé qu'on fait, nous quatre là ka parler là, c'est al chercher qui côté qui gens que pour même pour venir légaliser ça quoi faire parce que si côté légal le moment là tout cob qui t'a bayou là ou t'a jeune dans cob ça tout. Ou t'a jeune dans cob ça tout. Et l'autre bagarre encore tout COVID-19 là ba yo changé mes amis ba yo changé nous pas ka vivre gens que nous t'a vivre yo gen c'est des bagailles que moi crois que c'est là que Mona Lisa avec Mariaye gen c'est des bagailles qu'on a là pendant chita la ka ou supposé faire ces réflexions qui ça important dans vie et moi-même c'est pour ça que Johnny avec Mona Lisa invité parce que travail que me fait me protéger vie protéger vie jodi a pendant que ou vivant et protéger ça que ou a quitté derrière yo. Et moi content que vous bonne opportunité parce que dit bonne occasion pour m'expliquer nous ça qui a passé dans la communauté haïtienne là. Grand pile haïtien qui mouri à cause de ba Covid ça.
John tombé, et mais n'a pas retourné avec John tout à l'heure, il est encore, et il y a l'internet, il y a un petit genre, et pas stable. Mais Mahadia, I think, maybe we can start touching on the question of insurance, because John will be talking about the issue of insurance from the perspective of life insurance, personal insurance. But I'd love to ask you from the perspective of a business. Is this something that when someone comes to your office and they talk to you about starting a business, is this one of the things that you put in front of them to sort of say the business has to be insured?
You know what? Absolutely, right? So this is the thing. John Tabdia. C'est pas que yo pas connaît, yo pas informé. It's the fact that yo pense que y a passé sous côté. Ou comprenez ça me
Okay,
dire?
I'm back.
It's the fact that yo
Yeah.
pense que y a dit que yo fait $100,000, là puis yo pral déclarer que yo te fait $10,000 que y a passé sous gouvernement. Ou comprenez ça me veut dire c'est de ça. John
Yeah.
c'est ça n'a parlé là because c'est pas de yo pas connaît because get a business for get assurance. Yo pas quitter ouvert sans pas get assurance. So yo connaît. Parce que mesure de assurance là, pas vrai?
Okay.
Donc on va faire assurance pour machine personnelle. Ou ka prend maximum là, donc ou va payer soit my insurance was like 134 a month. Don't say nothing because I'm an old lady. I was paying 134, right? So, but it's for coverage. Si on bagay rive, m konnen tout bagay assuré, m'assuré, petit m'assuré, moun nan ki m pa pe assuré, machine nan assuré. So pay pour ça. But then you have somebody qui pral just prend liability. Yo pense, OK, ma prend assurance et puis m pral payer $10 assurance. Kounya ou prend un zip, machine ou krasé ou pa gen yon machine. Ou yo paye moun nan, ou do krasé ou pa ka travay, ou pa ka l'hôpital parce que ou pa gen assurance pour ça. Ou te paye $5 for liability. Ou
Yeah.
pa pense à couvrir tête ou pour tout ça yo. So
Yeah.
c'est ça.
Li très important, il faut que moun nou kompren. Gon ba ke nou men Haïtien nou toujou di, se met kok veye kok. En ben, lan période quoi vivre là qu'on a là, c'est mettre kok pour veye kok. Et il faut qu'on assure ou que si son businessman koye, que c'est ou même qui met business ou protéger ça. So ça veut dire ou légaliser et gens que Marie a dit ou chercher connaît que qui assurance me supposé gagner parce que il y a différents types de assurance de yo. Les qu'on pour son businessman, on nous dit qu'on
John gen lè pa ka internet kote John gen lè pa kembe mèm parce que I think maybe he's on the phone, but
Fois que nous avons des problèmes, ça, parfois c'est network là côté lié. Parce que nous avons même problème avec le petit mom tout. So,
Optimum.
so what did you do, Mona Lisa? How did you resolve it? You call somebody who called somebody and made sure that you got good coverage.
répétez encore pour nous, Johnny.
I was making a joke to say, how did you do? Did you call somebody who called somebody else and got off the phone to fix your service?
Okay, we have two other guests that are going to be coming on. So they're already checking. Except every time I answer a text on my phone, I tend to lose you. So I'm trying to avoid that.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I think maybe we'll try to schedule John because we are running on the 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
So what,
because I really
Mahalia,
think that's some great information that the community needs to hear, especially when it comes to life insurance, you know, and planning, that forward planning that the community needs before that final day.
yeah. Juste un message pour lui là pour me dire que n'a on l'autre rencontre ensemble avec lui directement. Et donc Mahalia, what would you want to leave the community with? What do you want them to think about outside of this conversation, coming from this conversation in terms of thinking about, starting a business? What are the maybe top 3 things you'd say to them before you go?
So the top three things, like trois bagay plus important mwen vle yo konen ke a home-based business, an online business is a viable business. You know, it's a viable business. You pay taxes. The structure is the same thing. Mbavle pou yo met nan tet yo ke deske yo pa gen yon storefront ke yo pa yon business paske mwen tande sa an pil. Le wap chanje mentalite an ki jan yo we business. Paske nan epok ke nou ye la with COVID-19, gen an pil business kap fe l'ajan de yo a, but we're not making money because we still have that closed-minded mentality. That's one thing. Deuxième bagay la se, le ou prepare pou fè ou business, make sure que you set up your business, you set up the proper business structure. You understand? Si ou ap rentre avec a partner, que nou tou le de al la dan, because sa mwen wè an pil tou, it's a partnership, but se yon sel gen moun kap fè tout dépense lan, kap pran tout ped la, but then de l'ajan ap fèt, se l'ajan nou. Make sure that you have the right business structure. Et puis troisième là c'est si ou pas konnen, chercher konnen. You know,
Okay.
gen des fois ou ti problème que moi ouais avec communauté PAM là. Parce que moi là, moi servi plusieurs communautés. And moi vini là cause Mona brought me back to the Haitian community. C'est pas aider que moi pas aider. My first
Thank you for
project working
responding
for the
to the call,
city.
Mahadia.
Huh?
Thank you for responding to the call.
Okay. So the
When I say the
first
call, what I mean by that, I said the call to really educate the community financially, really, because a lot of us, as you can see, people who are, who consider themselves the most successful businessmen, yet they're not as successful as they should be because of those
right,
faux pas that they've made in the past prior to
absolutely,
COVID-19. So, and I think that's what they're learning from now.
absolutely, and that's what it is, right? So it's like to seek the knowledge because sometimes you want to give people knowledge and because for some reason they think they know or they're okay at the moment, and that's another thing. Like si yo pa we ke li affecte yo, then it's not a problem, but it is a problem. So it's actually just getting the information because my mom and my grandmother always say something ou paye pou pa konnen le ou pa
Mhm.
konnen ou paye pou sa pa kon konbien kwa wap paye pou sa but wap paye ou ka paye cher e ou ka
Mhm.
usually it's very expensive, it's a lesson, you know,
Yeah.
so you pay for don't know.
Right. Right. Well, Mahadia, really, we just want to thank you for your willingness to come on and tell us about sort of what we need to think about as people who want to go into business. We hope, and I know Monali said something, and we've talked about, we hope to have a series of conversations like that with you to make sure that we talk through the whole process of starting a business with the community because as Mona Lisa always say, we're here to inform. We're here to educate, and that's part of the responsibility that we have to the community. And so this was part of that, and we hope to have you again in a time not too distant to continue
No,
the conversation on starting a business.
absolutely, thank you for having me, Johnny. Mona, thank you, happy Mother's Day, beautiful lady, and thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great rest of the Sunday.
You too.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye
So,
bye.
Johnny, would you suggest that we restart the link for the next segment, or so we can bring
No,
our
we
other
don't have
guests on?
to. I think our other guests could just come on as we are on now. They can just dial in. They can just dial in, and the stream will continue, and we'll just keep going.
Would you send me their link into Messenger? That way they can come on. Because again, if I once I go on my text, it tends to
Okay. So you want to start a different?
mess
You
up
want to
the
have
live.
you want to start a different stream?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll come back in a few minutes with two other guests. Of course, we'll be talking with some folks, nurse and teachers, and continue the conversation. So don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Thank you.